Hey, shalom, shalom, everyone. Shalom, shalom, shalom to you. Today's topic, we're gonna be discussing the seven heads and the 10 horns, and I'm gonna prove to you without a shadow of a doubt that these government agencies, these governments, American government, so to speak, is powered by the Antichrist and is the beast in the Bible that the Revelation spoke of. Okay, it's part of the Antichrist body. It's many interpretations in a revelation. It's a double interpretation. You know, and John had wrote Revelation when he was in prison in Rome, and he couldn't just talk about the destruction of Rome, the downfall of Rome, while in prison, because they would have killed him. And his book probably would have never made it. But so Revelation has to be decoded. All right. So we're gonna get a little understanding today, which is the seven heads and the 10 horns, and I'm gonna point out who I think the seven heads and the 10 horns are. All right, and the three kings that were subdued in Revelation. So first, let me explain to you. In Revelation 12, it talks about it's two women that the Bible refers to in Revelation 12. Now we gotta look at this into a spiritual sense. So one of the women that is referred to in the Bible is representing the children of Israel. Okay, the Hebrew Israelites, the children of Israel. That's one woman that the Bible is referring to. Okay, the second woman is the second woman that is referred to as the great whore. Okay, the whore of Babylon. Okay. So I'm gonna just break down some of these seven heads and 10 horns. Okay, seven heads. The seven heads are America is number one, Canada number two, France number three, Germany is number four. Okay, five is Great Britain, six is Italy, seven Japan. Okay. So that's the seven heads to me. Okay. The 10 horns are number one is America, Canada, and Mexico as one horn. Okay. So they equal one horn. And that's kind of coincidence, huh? Since they're trying to create the Umero and unite Canada, Mexico, and United States together to come up with the Umero, which is going to be the collapse of the dollar bill that we're going to see in the next couple of years. Okay? So, is that coincidence? No, I don't think it is. I think it's straight true. You know, it's no coincidence. It's people say that. You know, that's why I said that at the beginning of that. But it's right here. But we finna get to this, man. We finna find out. Okay. Number two, second horn is South America. The third horn is Austria and New Zealand. Okay. The fourth horn is Western Europe. The fifth horn is Eastern Europe. The sixth horn is Japan. The seventh horn is South Asia. The eighth horn is Central Asia. The ninth horn is North Africa and the Middle East. And the 10th horn is the remainder of Africa. Okay? So now let's go to the scriptures and see what we can find. Okay, we're going to start off in, well, I want you to go read Revelation 12. Do that on your own. I'm not going to read all that right now. That's a study that you can do on your own. Go read Revelation 12. And after you watch this video. Okay? So we're going to start with Revelation 2 and 18 through 20. Okay. Revelation 2, 18 through 20. So we're going to start at verse 18, and it says, "And unto the angel of the church, uh, 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 Thyatira, it says, write these things. It says the Son of God, who his eyes like unto a flame of fire, okay, and his feet are like fine brass. It says, I know thy works, and charity, and service, and faith, and thy patience, and thy works, and the last to be more than the first. Okay? It says, notwithstanding, I have a few notwithstanding, I have a few things against thee, because thou sufferest that woman Jezebel, which calleth herself a prophetess, to teach and to seduce my servants to commit fornication and to eat sacrifice or things sacrificed unto devils. Okay, so we see in the beginning of the verse, the angel said he had a message to one of the churches. Okay, one of these nations. You know, like America is gonna be judged as a whole nation. Okay, that's why the Most High told us to separate ourselves. We don't call ourselves Americans. We call ourselves Hebrew Israelites. We're going by our nationality. We're not going by calling ourselves Americans, because when Judgment Day come, if you're calling yourself America, you're going to get judged for all the sins America committed. Okay? Which is countless murders of innocent people and all type of madness. So that's why I'm separating myself from America. I'm not going to call myself an American, though I live in America, and you know, that was so-called citizen or whatever. Okay, but it's a forced citizenship. Okay, you know, I was born here. You know what I'm saying? So I have no choice. I have a birth certificate. You know, so therefore I'm a citizen, and that's a fraudulent document because I wasn't able to sign my birth certificate. Now parents signed my birth certificate at birth, so it's a fraudulent document. Okay, but that's a whole nother lesson. But you know, we're gonna get back in. I'm just gonna go ahead and go in at this. But yeah, it says, you know, thy work and thy charity, thy service and thy faith, thy patience, thy works, and the last to be more than the first. Notwithstanding, I have a few things against thee. So we're saying you have a few things against this church. You know what I'm saying? Because thee has suffered that woman Jezebel, calling herself a prophetess, to teach and to seduce my servants to commit fornication, to eat things sacrificed unto idols. What are the things that we eat sacrificed unto idols? And what is the fornication that he's talking about? We're not talking about just having sex outside of marriage, fornication. Okay? There's a such thing called spiritual fornication. Okay? So you could spiritually fornicate. Okay? Meaning, what did God say? Okay? The people that follow him, his servants, the people that believe in him in his name and believe in God and Christ, okay, we are the bride, okay, through the Holy Spirit, okay, and so he's like the husband unto the bride, which is the Holy Spirit, man, and with the Holy Spirit activated, which just we are part of that body, okay. No homo. Okay? Don't get it twisted like it's some faggot shit. Cause it's not. Okay? So people get that twisted because their own misunderstanding, uh their own interpretations, okay, leaning to their own understanding. So don't get that twisted. Now, okay, we eat things that are sacrificed unto idols. What do y'all eat that sacrifice unto idols? Your pagan holidays you celebrate, like Christmas. Okay? That false God that y'all worship that's on that cross, which they call Jesus Christ. Okay? And that's not even the true Messiah's name. That's not even his name. Okay? That was a name that they surnamed him and put upon him. Okay? Something like we got